Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Funko Friday. This is episode 6. Today we'll be taking a look at The Mandalorian. Now, I believe, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe when The Mandalorian first premiered in 2019 on Disney Plus, a bunch of the merch started coming out, of course, after that first episode. And I believe this is the very first Funko Pop of The Mandalorian. It might be the second one, but I'm pretty sure it's the first one. So this is just the standard Mandalorian, in terms of just him and his armor. And I got this for $12, which is pretty decent. I mean, it could be cheaper, but anyway. I got this along with another Funko Pop you'll see, in the next episode. But, I picked this up mainly because I wanted the original armor of the Mandalorian. And of course, this is the box. We'll take a look at the box and then the actual figure in a minute. But I went to this place locally called Video Game World, and they have a bunch of video games, obviously. But they also have this entire room, second room, dedicated to like old-style cabinet video games, like back in the 70s and 80s. And they also have legitimately over 200 probably Funko Pops, just like everywhere. There's like 3 whole aisles full of them. And when I went there the first time, I guess I've been there a few times. Regardless, when I went there the last time, I wanted to get this one, and I put him somewhere. And this was the only one that was like the original armor of him. And so I really wanted it. Like, I know it's just kind of a basic one, but I really wanted him in his original Durasteel armor. And you guys know I'm a big fan of the Mandalorian in general, but I'm a bigger fan of him in his first armor, like the armor that he has before he gets the Beskar armor. So anyway, along with that tirade, here's a look at the box. It's a pretty good box. It's got the Mandalorian logo, Pop 326. He's got a big picture here. What I find kind of cool is that in the background here, there is a kind of a little insert, and it's like the Mythosaur logo, which is pretty cool. There's the 12 sticker. This particular store puts stickers on their pops to indicate the price. I plan to buy some more very soon. Here's the side of the box, giving you a better picture of the Mando there. Here's the other side. Here's the back. So this is the other 3 figures that you could get in this initial first wave of The Mandalorian Season 1. Of course, there's The Mandalorian. There's also Queel, IG-11, and Cara Dune. Cara Dune was pretty pricey when I was there. She was like $22 or something like that. IG-11 was decent. I think he was around 10-ish, and then Queel was also around the same price. So, yeah, Cara Dune is the most expensive. I maybe eventually will get her, but I'm good with just Mandalorian. And I know there's so many versions of him. There's one him flying, there's one with him and the baby, there's one of him on the Bantha. There's a lot of different versions, but I wanted this one specifically, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to get it. Because I believe at that store, they only have one of each of the pops. I know some of them have double, but most of the time they have just one of each pop. And I'm glad I was able to get this original first figure, because I just think it's the coolest one of all of the Mandalorian Funkos, to me. Anyway, that's the box. Let's take a look at the actual figure itself. Hold on if I zoom in just a little bit here. Of course, like almost all Star Wars Funko Pops, or maybe all of them, he is attached to a stand, so the stand is not removable. Well, you could remove it yourself, but it's obviously not designed to be removed. It's a pretty good stand. It's got the Star Wars logo. It's kind of, like, bland, like it's basic, but it works. 2019. But I love this figure. There's only one problem with it that I have, like, in regards to my version that I got, my copy. But anyway, it's awesome. I love this original armor, the Durasteel, the armor that he has before he gets the shiny suit, if that makes sense. I almost wish that he stayed. I do wish that he stayed in this armor, because with the Beskar armor, it's great, it's awesome, it's very, very, like, shiny and very distinctive. However, it makes him invincible. He can't really take that much damage when he has that, armor on. It's not that I want him to take damage and, potentially get injured or die, but in the first couple episodes, he gets beaten up and bruised and battered, and, he's not he's not invincible. And so I feel like him in this armor is a little bit more traditional like looking. It looks a little bit more like a bounty hunter's garb. Like it's mismatched. There's all different kinds of pieces. You know, it's not the same. He just kind of cobbled together the suit and it looks, you know, good to him. And yeah, I love how just asymmetrical, how like not the same it looks from both sides. He's got his original, obviously the Amban phase rifle there, you can see. My only problem is it's a little bit warped. Like, I don't know if you can tell if I lift him up here. It's a little bit warped, you know, you can see it's kind of like bending to the side. I may have to fix that. That's just how it came out of the box, but that's my only problem. It's great. I don't know if you can see the detailing here. I have to zoom in a little bit more. You can see his little suit there. He's got this, you know, chest plate. He's got the shiny belt and all the ammunition. He's got the different shoulder, you know, armor bits there. It looks awesome. I love his gloves. Those are pretty sick as well. Very, very cool. Obviously, he has his cape, which is static, but it looks great. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I love it. It's great. He's got his little boots. He's ready to go. I think the best part, however, you probably would agree, is the head, or the helmeted head. It is awesome. It is fantastic looking. Of course, it's a bobblehead, so, you know, it's gonna bobble. It's pretty good. And it looks amazing from all details. Obviously, you could look up and see inside the spring, but you don't typically do that with Funko. They're pretty good about that. Kind of hiding it away so you don't see it as much. My version is looking up a little bit. I actually think it makes him look more awesome. It actually makes him look intimidating and like confident, which I like. I love the visor. That's perfectly well done. You know, he's got the details on the side of his helmet. But I think the best part about the helmet is actually the dirt detailing. So you could probably tell, but there's a bunch of dirt speckles all over the top of his helmet, pretty much all around the helmet, which is really, really nice. You know, it's very accurate to his helmet in the first few episodes, which is pretty good. You know, it shows that detail, and I like the fact that this ridge continues all the way, you know, until goes all the way up and around and goes on the back of the helmet. Looks pretty sick. I love it. It looks great. I believe this helmet is pretty much the same, like, in terms of other Mandalorian Funko Pops, but I think that the suit obviously is unique to this figure. I think they made maybe one more with this armor, and then they stopped. They did the Beskar armor, which I think is a shame. I mean, I just wish he stayed in this armor, but that's just me. I just think it looks more, like, suitable for his line of work to me, but anyway, it was awesome in the first few episodes. Yeah, very, very cool. The only movable part actually is the head. You can move the head, even though it is a bobblehead. I think with most Funko Pops, you can move the head, so that's pretty good. Otherwise, there is obviously no movement, like, you know, like with most Funko Pops. Before we end it off here, I want to show the child. Obviously, they're not in the same scale, but yeah, they're from the same series. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of a comparison to another figure. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that in case you're interested. There you go. And you can see there's a Funko in the back there. But that's the Mandalorian, the very first, I believe, Funko Pop of him, which is pretty sick. I love the way it looks. It's my favorite armor. It's just got this awesome pose with him just holding his rifle, you know, ready to, you know, blast someone, disintegrate someone. It just looks fantastic to me. I'm glad I was able to get it for a decent price. Obviously, you know, Funko Pops, you know, vary in price, so, you know, always keep a lookout. But I really wanted the Mandalorian. I'm glad I was able to get this one, because it's definitely my favorite of the ones that they made. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this Mandalorian? Do you like any of the other ones? What is your favorite version? Do you even like the show? Do you even like Funko Pops? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And more episodes are due to come. And until then, I'm signing off. Remember, this is the way.